Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I am Fred Coker. What must New Hampshire do to solve a shortage of 20,000 units of housing, and why is that important? Well, here's a quote about that from New Hampshire Housing. For decades, the production of new housing has failed to keep pace with demand in our state. It would take at least 20,000 housing units to achieve a balanced market, meaning a 5% rental vacancy rate. New Hampshire's hovers at 1%, and a 6-month supply of homes for sale, currently less than a month. Now, here are some current numbers that show New Hampshire housing, the single-family house sales in price Q3, closed sales down 12.9, medium sales price up 11.1, and you can see the sales price. New Hampshire condo sales in price the third quarter. Closed sales down 8.5, median sales price up 19.5, and you can see the sales price. And then the New Hampshire rental market. Statewide medium gross rent, 2-bedroom and utilities, $1,584. Annual increase monthly gross rent 5.7%. With me to brief us on the state of affairs in housing in New Hampshire is Rob Dappas, who is Executive Director and CEO of New Hampshire Housing. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you, Fred.
Nice to have you here. You just had a major statewide conference on housing this past week. What did you take away from that?
Well, we talked about the challenges that persist because of the underproduction that you mentioned that's been challenging our housing market for decades. And we talked about ways that communities can identify appropriate opportunities for the creation of new housing. And we talked about what it's going to look like in the decade and the 2 decades to come for the state's housing market to keep up with demand.
Now, you deal with housing on a regular basis. What does New Hampshire have to do to change this deficit of housing in the state? I mean, specific things.
A lot of the change has to happen at the local level, and as we discussed at the conference, a lot of the barriers to the creation of new housing exist at the local level through exclusionary regulatory zoning practices. Some of that is changing, and there are communities that have led the way. In New Hampshire Housing, in partnership with the Governor's Office and BEA, is administering a $5 million municipal planning grant program that helps pay for zoning reform. So there's progress on that front.
And the Governor has that $100 million he's put toward affordable housing in the state.
Exactly, Invest NH. So the $5 million planning grant program is part of Invest NH, but it also includes, importantly, capital grants, which we're also working closely with.
New Hampshire has some of the most strict local zoning in the country. That has to be a drag on the creation of new housing.
Of course, there are a lot of reasons why it's difficult for builders to create new housing, and regulatory barriers at the local level are one of the most important.
Yeah. The National Association of Home Builders said that construction supplies for building a house are up 19% so far this year.
That's right. Inflation has been a major problem, and it's a problem in more than one way, because it makes it more expensive to create housing, and it affects households' ability to pay for a new house. And so we've reported on that in our new housing market snapshot out this week, which is reporting that building permits are starting to tick downwards, which is very worrying.
Why so?
Well, because due to interest rates and inflation, builder sentiment is poor. They're worried about a potential recession. They're worried about households' ability to buy the house when they bring it to market, and so they're beginning to pull back.
Now, you're probably aware of this poll done by St. Anselm College, and I'm going to look at the number here. By a vote of 52 to 40%, they asked residents about the local impacts of local zoning, to allow new housing to be built. And 52 to 40% residents said they'd like to have an easing up on zoning to allow new housing. You know about that poll?
Certainly, and we see that as a step in the right direction. I think the housing problem has gotten worse, and a lot more people are affected by it, and many municipalities have zoning that allows for the creation of large and expensive single-family homes, and that fits for fewer and fewer households in New Hampshire. Rob
Dappas, who is Executive Director and CEO of New Hampshire Housing. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.
And if you missed part of this briefing, you can go to WMUR.com, where I'll be posted later today and all this week.